Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ninja Edits here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this effect. So as you guys can see, when the player is just coming out of his shot here, let's go to a frame where it happens. Come on, load. So as you guys see, his gun is really not there. It's like an invisible type thing. It looks like he has like some cloaking device, some high-tech thing happening. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So the first thing you want to do is make your clip into a new composition. And then you want to skip ahead. I'm going to skip ahead on my clip. I'm just going to take the parts from here. I'm going to split it with Control, Shift, and D. Move forward, and I'm gonna split it here too. Control Shift D again to split. Now I'm gonna snap to the front with my bracket key, and I'm just gonna trim it. So my whole composition now is my clip. So now you want to duplicate this layer. So to do that, you hit Control D. And I'm going to move forward on my timeline until he is just about to come out of his shot. So right here. I'm going to split that. And then delete this part. And then I'm going to split it all the way over here. Actually, for this tutorial, I'm not going to use too much of the clip to show you guys. So I'm just going to split it there. But for you guys, you probably want to use the whole gun where it shows, but I'm just gonna use a little bit for the tutorial. So now on this, you want to duplicate it, hit Control D, and then you want to go up to here and go to your roto brush tool. Now double click your layer so it brings up this menu. Actually no, go back to your original, make it full, and then go to this layer. And now this is basically like a paintbrush. If you paint it, it'll select things in that area. So, and to decrease or increase the size of the brush, you want to hold Control and drag with your mouse. Hold Control, click in, and drag. So that increases it or decreases it. I'm gonna use like this size right here. So now to basically just select stuff, you want to just click and drag. And then as you select, it selects it. You want to select everything on the inside of the scope here. And now hold Alt and drag, and that'll bring up this red color. It'll delete stuff that you don't want. So like, I want this stuff, but like if it goes too far out, you want to hold Alt and delete it. So like this stuff out here, I don't want it, so hold Alt, delete it. But I want this. So now this is a tedious process, so like it'll take a while for you guys to do. I want that. So yeah, that's a good looking circle. So now you want to move along in your frames, and then it'll basically go along with you through the frames, but it'll need some help. So you're gonna have to edit the selection throughout the timeline. So I don't want this part, but I do want this part. You know, it won't be perfect, but try getting as close as possible to perfect. You can always move around with your hand tool with H, and then you can click back up here for rotoscope. So I think that frame looks good. Move on to the next one, and I'm gonna get that, rid of that, rid of here. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, this is a very long process, but if you guys want to make it easier on yourself, and if you have a clip with a gun that's camo is like really bright instead of this dark TSR camo, it'll be easier. So like if your gun's super bright and then your background is super dark, it'll track a lot better. So if you guys have a clip like that, you guys want to use it. But if you don't, you know, you can always do what I'm doing. It'll be a lot more work, but it always pays off in the end. It'll look good. Keep moving along. Now I'm going to do a couple more frames, and then I'll speed it up so you guys don't have to watch me do it. So this is basically the process. Hold Alt to get rid of it, and then normal for no Alt for selecting. So now I'm just gonna speed up the video so you guys don't have to watch me through this boring process. Alright guys, so I'm back and I'm finished going through here and rotoscoping this part. So it's not the best selection I've ever done because I'm trying to rush it because of the tutorial, but you guys should be doing a better job, being more precise with your cuts. So well, after you guys rotoscope it, you guys will have basically a duplicate of this, but it's moving. So that's basically what you want. Now solo it right like that, and make sure you click this box right here. It'll make it a transparent background. Now you want to just make the timeline this little part of it. So hit I, B, and OM or ON, and I'll hit composition, make movie. Now you want to go down here and in your lossless, it'll load up the window. And you want the format to be a PNG sequence, and you want your channels to be an RGB plus alpha, and hit OK. And now in your output, you want to make this inside a folder. I can't stress that enough. You need it inside a folder. Alright, so in my Ghost Gun tutorial folder right here, I'm gonna make a new folder and name it whatever you want, really. So let's make it tutorial, and inside it you just want to save it as the clip name, and then it'll have these numbers and you need that, right? So just hit save like that, and then hit render out, and it'll render out by itself. So as that happens, can you guys please like the video and subscribe to me, so because I'm really trying to grow my channel and really try to upload. So please help me out. And the render is almost done right here. So boom, it's done. Now go back to your composition, and now in your project you want to go to where you saved the folder. So I saved it on my desktop, in my YouTube folder, videos, Ninja Edits, Ghost Gun, and my tutorial folder right here. I want to put that in, and now I have this thing right here. So I want to put that in my timeline. Now you can stretch this time back here like that and that, because you don't need that anymore. But now go to the beginning of your rotoscope, and by hitting I, and now you want to snap what you just rendered out with the bracket key like that. And now for some reason it's always longer. It's like in slow motion. It's double the time. So you want to right click on it, enable time, and you want to go to time and hit enable time remapping. And now go to the end of this by hitting O, and then just move the keyframe over, and you can shrink that down. So now you have the gun basically, and you don't need the rotoscope anymore, but you have the gun in a PNG sequence. So now just move that back. Now you want to just make that not visible. And now you have on your clip, you want to, on your duplicated clip right here, you want to go to over here and type in displacement map. It'll be under distort, so just put that on. And you want to make your displacement map layer your PNG sequence, and you can just play with these max horizontal displacement and max vertical displacement to what you like. I'm gonna make mine 200 and 200. So now it looks like there's like an invisible cloak on there. So yeah, that's basically all this tutorial has. So if you guys liked it, please subscribe. And if you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. And if you have any other tutorial requests, please leave them down in the comments. I could really use some ideas. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.